For 32 years, it has been the Word.
Danny, is this the end?
Of course not. It's only the beginning.
All the songs and dance numbers you love.
Summer days drifting away to the summer night.
Have made their way to the Nintendo Wii and the Nintendo DS. Grease, the video game, in stores now. Yes, today I'll be talking about Grease for the Nintendo Wii and the Nintendo DS. If you've never seen Grease, it's basically Romeo and Juliet with high school kids set in the 50s, where Danny is the greaser, and he has his greaser clique. Sandy hangs out with this tough group of ladies called the Pink Ladies, and basically Danny can't be in love with Sandy because of the because his greaser clique, has to be all macho for them, and he can't hang out with a lady like that, and he can't be romantic with a lady like that. So we're gonna first talk about the DS version because it is the worst version. The Wii is much better. Now, the DS version of Grease is, if you've never seen Grease, by the way, go watch it, please. It's a great movie, one of my favorite movies. My favorite being The Wizard of Oz, but Grease is one of my top favorites. Now, Grease, the DS version, how you play, it's a mixture of Guitar Hero, Dance Dance Revolution, and tapping. And I'll explain what that means. The Dance Dance Revolution part, you have stars on the screen that appear in numerical order. There'll be like stars with numbers on them. And there'll be and it has different colors, and there'll be a star around the numerical star. And the star will start off really big and get smaller when you see it. You have to tap the star when the outline star gets within a certain gets a certain size. It's very hard to explain. You actually have to go. You actually have to play it. I wish I had video on, but since this game just came out yesterday, there's not any videos I could find of it. But and when you tap the star at the right time, you get a thumbs up. If the star is too big or disappears, you get a thumbs down. And like I said, it's a mixture of Guitar Hero, because if you get a certain number of thumbs down in a song, it will stop the song. You'll have to restart it and try again because it will say you failed the song. The Grease DS version has 10 songs from the movie. And by the way, there's no mention of Grease 2. Thank God, that was a god-awful movie. But Grease 2 is not in this song. So there's 10 songs from the original Grease movie, and all 10 are locked. Pain in the butt. You have to go through story mode. Now, in this game, you play as either Danny or Sandy, and you get 5 songs unlocked when you play as Danny, and 5 songs when you play as Sandy. And as Sandy, you get a couple extra characters unlocked, too. I'm not going to spoil what gets unlocked and what characters you get. But there is one way to unlock songs, and this is the most annoying way, by getting gold stars for the entire story mode for both characters. When you get gold stars, you get 2 extra songs unlocked. And the way to unlock most of these songs is by going through story mode and playing in story mode. And after you complete a song, it will say this song has been unlocked. And also in the DS version, you get different costumes unlocked as well. So like when they're doing the hand jive at the school dance, you get Danny's purple tuxedo, and you get like the 2 black outfits at the end. You get a bunch of different outfits. The DS version also has some other extra unlockables too. It has yearbook mode, where in story mode, before you start the song, it takes you through a couple cutscenes, and you can see the cutscenes in yearbook mode. There's also dance step mode, where you can learn the dance steps to each of the songs. It's annoying because one of the songs in the game is Hand Jive, where they're in the school gym and they're doing the hand jive. How do you learn the dance steps for that when most of it's, learning the motions? I don't understand. But anyways, and you also get costume mode, where you can unlock the costumes and customize your character. And they also have, I call it karaoke mode. Basically the lyrics just appear on the screen and you get to sing with it. The microphone in the DS is not used in this game, so you can ignore that. I give this game, actually, before I tell you what I give it, in both games, there is mild lyrics. So they have edited the lyrics in both of these games. So, like, one of the lyrics says crap when you sing, or when you're dancing to Sandra Dee, when you're at Frenchie's sleepover. And it says, would you pull that crap with a net? And the song goes, would you pull that, long pause, with a net? And so they edit all, like, the swear words out. The one thing I find funny that they edit out, which is really weird, the song at Frenchie's sleepover called Sandra Dee goes, I get ill from one cigarette. In the song they go, I get ill from one. And they don't say cigarette. I don't understand. But the game is rated E10 for ages 10 and up because of language and mild lyrics, which, they wanted to keep it like a family-friendly game. Alright, and I give this DS version 3 styluses out of 10. Out of 5. Not out of 10, out of 5. Because of the repetitive tappingness of the stars, it just gets annoying. So this is not the best version. If you're looking for the Grease game, which one you should buy, and you have the DS and the Wii like I do, buy the Wii. It is a heck of a lot better. On to the Wii version we go. The Wii version is a heck of a lot better. There's 16 songs in the Wii version. They've added 6 other songs to the Wii version, including, I won't tell you what the songs are in here, but there's in both of these versions, by the way, there's your popular favorites like Summer Nights, You're the One That I Want, Grease Lightning, all the popular favorites are in here. In this version, it's basically Dance Dance Revolution with wiggle moves. What that means is most of these games in here, they'll have like an arrow pointing, and when the arrow gets into the circle, you wiggle your Wiimote in that direction. If you wiggle it at the right time, you get more points than if it's outside of the circle. It's not like Guitar Hero, though. If you mess up on the song, it doesn't matter. In the Wii version, you're trying for, they have a leaderboard, and you're trying for top points, and you're trying to get in the top 3. Because if you don't get in the top 3 in story mode, you won't unlock something special, like either a new character or a new song or something special. In this version, most of the songs are unlocked. There are 2 songs that are locked and 2 characters that are locked. But all the rest of the songs are unlocked. That means there are 14 songs that are unlocked, and I believe there's, I'm not sure how many characters there are originally, but there's only 2 I think there's like 18 originally. Now, the characters in this game are not like in the DS version. When you play as a character in the Wii version, the only thing you're doing is there's a little avatar down in the corner. And then if you get in the top 3, the name of the character is in the top 3. So the Wii version also has a couple mini games. When you do Grease Lightning, there's 2 Grease Lightning versions in this game. The first Grease Lightning version, you're fixing up your car, Grease Lightning. And it's a mini game where you have to pound out the dents from your car, spray paint the car with spray paint, and spray paint like the little flames on the car. And you have to tighten bolts on the wheel, tighten the lug nuts on the wheel. And the second Grease Lightning, you actually are racing down Thunder Road against the other opposing clique, the other greaser clique. You're racing down Thunder Road like in the game. And that's really cool. Also, there's another mini game where you're at the end of the year Rydell School Carnival, and you throw pies at the teachers, which is really cool. And you're singing the Grease theme. Grease is the word. Now, in all of the games where you're dancing, where you make the characters dance, also by making the characters dance, I told you there was the arrows pointing in the certain directions. There's also different buttons you press too in some of the dancing games. In some of the dancing games, you're wiggling your Wiimote to the left or to the right. In other games, you're pressing like A and B or A or B and wiggling your Wiimote. So if it shows a picture of B, when the B gets in the circle, you press B and wiggle your Wiimote, which is pretty cool. Mix up a little bit. But in a lot of the dancing games, you actually have certain things you do in the dancing games when you dance. Like it will say skip, and you take your Wiimote and you fling your arms like you're skipping. And then you get bonus points if you do it correctly. There's like when you sing when Sandy's singing, sometimes she's brushing her hair. When you hand jive, you actually do the mashed potato or the hand jive with your Wiimote, which is really cool. In this game, you can also use any USB microphone, which is very exciting. You can use it in co-op mode. In solo mode, where you're just playing by yourself, or in story mode, you can't use the microphone. But in co-op mode, you can use the microphone where one person will be dancing and the other person will be singing with the microphone. So the other person can sing along. And what happens is the person who sings or dances the best will win co-op mode. In this version, there are no unlockables like in the DS version. Like there's no yearbook mode and there's no other things. During story mode, it's really cool because in the DS version in story mode, the cutscenes are like a comic book. In this version, they're the actual clips from the movie, and they give you like a little thing to read at the bottom while you are watching the cutscene. It says like Danny has just started his senior year at Rydell High School. With the Pink Ladies and the T-Birds have also started, and the new girl Sandy was Danny's love interest from the summer. And, it just gives a little bio. What's really cool is in every song, in every dance, when you're dancing or playing a mini game, it gives you karaoke at the bottom. So you can sing along while you're doing a mini game or while you're dancing along with the song. So this is Grease, and for the Nintendo Wii and Nintendo DS. For the Wii, I give the Grease game 4 Wiimotes out of 5. The reason I give it 4 out of 5 is because sometimes the motion controls are a little iffy. The only game I really found the motion controls iffy on was when you're doing the hand jive in the school gym. That was the little thing I found it was iffy on. Like it wasn't because for the hand jive when you're dancing along for the hand jive at the school gym. It goes like you have to wiggle your Wiimote twice to the right, and then like once up top, once on bottom, once on the left, twice on the right, once bottom, twice on the bottom, 3 over here, once over. And I don't think it could register that I was getting a little confused on what I was doing. I also give it 4 because of the songs, like I said, are heavily edited, but of course they wanted to make it a kid-friendly game, E10. Also, the Wii game, look down here on the bottom, is compatible with the Wii balance board. And when you're dancing to some of these songs where there's the arrows, you shift your body weight, which is really cool. I don't really like using the Wii balance board, though, in this version because it seems weird because you're not really, when you shift it, you're not really dancing, but I don't know. But this is the review for the Nintendo DS and the Nintendo Wii version of Grease.